and humming again. It is Friday. It's nearly 11:30 in the morning. I'm going live a little earlier today. Um, Everyone in the street is doing Easter preparations. There's a big party going to be going on in the street for all the kids. Uh, Looks like super, super great fun. Raheem is excited that he's out there with all the kids right now. They're all getting really excited. So I don't know what's happening around your town or village or city or country, but yeah, loads of Easter stuff is about to kick off. How are you all doing? If anyone does join in, please do go and hit like. I've had a very busy afternoon, evening. This morning's been great getting on with things. I don't know about you, but last night I actually went to bed at 9 p.m. And my intention was, I'm going to get a good night's sleep. 4 hours later, literally 4 hours later, right? So 10, 11, 12, 1 a.m., right? I'm still on my phone and I've developed or sorted out 3 new ideas for different videos, 2 different strategies to do some client stuff, and hey Carapos, and also just brainstorming for some future stuff and things. And it's like, it just never stops. It never stops. And also during the night, you're continuously checking on your notifications on your phone, and it goes, okay, another LinkedIn thing is coming, another Twitter thing is coming. People are replying or asking stuff on Facebook. Do I reply to it? Do I leave it? And it is really, really never ending. And that is the side effect of social media. Hey, Soren, how are you doing? What I'm going to say, though, is I do need to do a little bit of prep work for the LinkedIn webinar that's happening on Tuesday. If you've not signed up for that, please do go and do that, because it is going to be ass kicking. There is going to be loads of great stuff that we are going to share for you that you can put into action straight away. So I hope to see you all there. Hey Daniel, how are you doing as well? By the way, if you have not got the how to start a web design business, I just want to let you know that the price goes up on Monday for this course that I'm just pasting in here right now. That goes up, and the coupon code that we have kind of made available now for the last, 2 to 3 weeks, I think, that will also run out. That runs out. So you have until Monday. Well, in fact, it kind of runs out on Monday. All right, I might allow you to have it on Monday, but what I would say is, if you want it at that price, you got to get it on Monday. Right, Monday is your last day. On Tuesday, the cost will go up from £125 to £185. So it jumps up by £60, which is, I don't know, what's that in terms of dollars? I think that's about $75. $70, $75. I don't know, give or take. But anyway, great to have you all here. I'm feeling good. I lie. I feel partially tired. I do feel partially tired. Like right now, just talking. I feel like my jaw and my mouth is like, let's not do any talking today. Let's just have a break. I do feel a little bit lethargic, but I'm also feeling excited as well, because it's been a good week. Soren, we are about to open a new department of our clinic soon. Found the location and now oh, okay. So Soren, is this I know you do a lot of hiking, a lot of walking. What's the clinic for again? What is the clinic for? This sounds really, really exciting. I mean, is it going to be easy to do when you say the practical side of things? I just done the finish. Well, I'm about to do the finishing touches to an SEO video on keywords. I rewatched it this morning after editing it as well this morning, and I'm a bit like, I'm 50-50 with whether I like it or not. But I do feel like it's got some really good, useful stuff, so I'm still going to just fine-tune it and then put it out there. And then I'm going to do a few more videos on Flexbox Container. So I revisited like Flexbox Container basics yesterday, mainly because we did videos like a year ago nearly a year ago when we first did our Flexbox container videos and how to use it and the ins and outs. And then we done a few site tutorials, but again, it was all the ins and outs. But I feel like now that it's becoming more real for people to use Flexbox containers, I feel like we have to revisit that content, remind people of the rows, the columns, the wrap, align content, all of that. Because if you jump into containers without any like insight, you're really going to get messed up, because usually you're used to doing section columns, paddings, you know, horizontal column position, vertical column position. Now you've got so much more features. You really want to know what you're doing with it. So I hope we do that. Massage and psychotherapy. That's a bit of a combination, isn't it? Massage and psychotherapy. Planning is how to furnish the room. Yeah, well, it almost has to have that kind of clinical feeling, doesn't it, a little bit, but also feel homely. So you want to have lots of ferns, I think, or nice plants in there. It needs to feel homely. I mean, if you notice the lights that I've got here, these light bulbs, you know, these are just little, you know, like little filament light bulbs they call, and you get a nice glow effect. Something like that for the massage, I think, room will probably work quite well. I think. I might be right. I've just realised my hair's all messed up right now. My hair's quite messed up today at the moment, which is not good. Like proper messed up. It's not even combed right. But yeah, I would say you want to make sure you get good lighting and lots of plants in there. Please don't forget to hit like if you've not already hit like. I'm hoping you've all had a really brilliant, amazing week. If not, don't reach out to us on the Facebook Web Squadron group. It is mainly there for problem solving, but it is also sometimes you just want to reach out to other colleagues or peers. At the end of the day, we are all friends in that group, okay? I am a little bit protective of the group. I do not hesitate to kick someone out if I feel like they've added toxicity into it. I've also removed posts. Okay, I don't think it affects anyone here, but sometimes some people have put a post in, which I think is it's going to polarize. So they might say something very negative about Elemental or Bricks or whoever or someone or a methodology, and I'm like, no, I cannot have that. I just can't have that. Because the moment you allow people to start putting in toxic views, you're opening the floodgates for more toxicity. It's a bit like Twitter, right? You know, there was a time when Twitter was all about saying nice stuff, and then slowly we started to have lots of trolls creeping in, and they say whatever they want, whatever abusive message they want to put on there. You know, it happens, right? And the floodgates open, don't they? Absolutely, Soren. It needs to be homely and inviting and etc. like that, and feel safe to cry as well. Absolutely, yeah. I mean, I would say though that this kind of lighting works well for massage, not so much for psychotherapy, because it starts to feel a bit more it almost can feel doom and gloomy. With massage, you want it to be very like, you know, just ease down. But with psychotherapy, you almost want to be more uplifting, don't you? So you want it to be very bright, airy, clean, lots of green plants, green against greys and whites and stuff like that to really uplift. Hey, Gary, how are you doing? How's your week been, Gary? How's the concrete jungle? How is the concrete jungle? Are things going really well and good? Do you know what? I about 20 minutes ago, I had to just double check that my emails were working correctly, because I have not had a single email in the last hour, and I can't remember the last time that's happened. Now, most likely it's because it's Good Friday. So lots of schools are out. People might be doing stuff, okay? And people might be busy. Short breaks, holidays, Easter preparations, things like that. But I have not had a single email in the last hour. and it's a little bit amusing. It's also a little bit weird, but it also gave me a panic attack because I was like, oh no, all of my email accounts have gone down. By the way, if anyone uses Microsoft OneDrive, OneDrive is down at the moment online. So our clamp calculator, it feeds through to our website via OneDrive. OneDrive is down. I'm hoping they're going to get that up and running very soon. Someone did let me know about it because they couldn't access our clamp calculator. I've got on Shank, but basically OneDrive around basically the world is down. There's been a lot of outages recently. Has anyone noticed that? So I use Virgin Media for my broadband in the UK. Most of the country was affected on, I think it was Tuesday. Was it Tuesday? Yeah, it was Tuesday. Basically, it affected like the country. And luckily, I was okay until 5 p.m. Believe it or not, after I finished the live chat Tuesday evening, 5 minutes later, the internet went completely down for like 2 hours. It meant that it meant that like TV stuff was affected if you were watching a recording or whatever, or on demand. Internet, basically everything was down. And it was like, I hate it when that happens. I really hate it when that happens. Because it puts everyone in a bad mood. Everyone's like, oh God, the internet's down, isn't it? But yeah. Why was I even talking about that? Why did I talk about that? I don't, my brain and my mind warps into different topics and stuff like that. So I've got to do a bit of prep work tomorrow. When I do the webinar, we're not going through presentation and slides, but there will be the odd one that I've got to show off because it's easy for me to talk and then you can see what I'm talking about behind me. I want to get some of that stuff done in time for Tuesday's session. And like I said, if you've just joined now or you didn't hear me say it, the super course, the price of this does go up on after Monday. It goes up for £125 to £185. We've had roughly about 4 to 5 weeks. I think it's actually longer than that. I think it's 6 weeks. We've had 6 weeks at the early adopters price. And I think now's the time that we kind of nail it down now. And we're now saying, look, you can still get the course. You can still join into that. It's evergreen, but the price does have to go back up now because we've been offering it at a very discounted rate, especially with the coupon code as well. Someone had a question yesterday I couldn't answer other than it's a hard code thing. Oh, really? I can't. Soren's probably nipped out. He might be back again. I can't actually recall what that question was, Gary. If I'm going to be really brutally honest, I can't remember what that was. I'm going to be using CapCut today, which is a free video editing tool for the PC and the Mac. I hear lots of good stuff about it. I've seen videos on it. Just never got around to using it. I tend to use iMovie. Apparently, I can do really good stuff with it on edited video. So I've already edited my SEO video on iMovie. I'm now going to import that into CapCut, which you can get for free for the PC or the Mac. See what I mean about lethargic? I've just yawned there. I feel really excited today, but I don't know why, but maybe it's because I've been working. Maybe it's because I went to bed really late last night. That's probably a good explanation, right? But I'm going to go and do some editing. Whoa, got loads of messages pop in from LinkedIn. So I have had a few people contact me on LinkedIn. And what they did was they sent me like a very long private message, like really long private message. And what I basically said to them is that I don't offer a lot of support for free. If you want to book me for a one-to-one consultation to go through all of your problems and investigate some for you, that's fine as part of a consultation. However, 95% of people never get back to me, and I understand if you're not interested, but I am inundated with requests. I have to pick and choose what I want to work with, you know? Yeah, I mean, yeah, that is very true, Andrew. That is very true. It is made by TikTok. You are absolutely right there. Oh yes, that was it, Gary. Yes, that's right. That was it. Yeah, do you know something, Matty Check? I tried out DaVinci Resolve. I didn't like it. I I found it very, I don't know, I felt it was like, I found it quite complex. Hit Film Express is really easy. iMovie is really easy. I might get Film Cut Pro, because I've heard that's quite easy. But I'm gonna try CapCut, because what CapCut does is, you know how it auto generates subtitles. So I was using Veed.io. Veed.io is about £10 a month if you want to get the like 1080p or whatever quality. I'm paying it, but I'm hardly ever using it. CapCut is free. If CapCut does what I think it will do, then I'll ditch the Veed.io subscription, just use CapCut. Because I've got this SEO video, and I feel like in the odd places, I just need to have some like punchy stuff, text appear in line with when I'm saying it. And this is where auto-generating subtitles is a fantastic thing. I really wish that iMovie would do that within iMovie, because sometimes iMovie is so basic it makes me sick. It is free, so what do you expect? But sometimes it is so basic it makes me sick. Yeah, I mean, to be honest though, Maticek, that was my issue with DaVinci, in that when I first used Hit Film Express when I had my Surface Pro, I got it within like 10 minutes. With iMovie, there's no thinking required really. 5 minutes and away you go. With CapCut, I had to watch a video that was about 20 minutes long, and I got, right, now I get it. With DaVinci Resolve, I found that after like 15, 20 minutes, I was... hold on, someone's just asked a really stupid question. I'm going to say you can't. Basically, someone says they want to join Elemental's Asia team to help with marketing, and I'm like, that's got nothing to do with me. Anyway, yeah, I found that... I just found that it was a lot to learn, and I'm very impatient because I have so much stuff I want to get done each day. There's so much stuff I should be doing that I have not touched. The front garden, the back garden, I should have worked on that last year. I still haven't done what I need to do. I've got to carve out time to work on that. So I'm very much like, I got to get it. If I don't get it in 5 or 10 minutes, I don't want to know. I had someone today contact me. They said, could you do a review of our WordPress page builder, which is built for like Gutenberg, the block editor? I literally said to them, how easy am I going to understand this? Number one, is it going to make sense? Or do I need to read lots of documentation? Because if I have to study it, I'm not interested. I don't want to know, okay? Which is again one of the reasons why I haven't done any in-depth videos on Crocoblock. I feel I would have to lock myself away for 2 days. Hey Mia, I'd have to lock myself away for 2 days, not be interrupted by emails or anything else. I would have to just work solidly hard, getting from A to B and understanding every nitty-gritty bit about Crocoblock and all of their plugins before I decide to do an in-depth video series on it. So that's my issue with it. Maticek says they went from Premiere to DaVinci and I'm in heaven, but I don't. Yeah, and that's the other thing as well, Maticek. I'm like, so on Wednesday night, I recorded 5 videos. I edited 4 of them yesterday, finished off editing 1 of them today, in between everything else I have on, and I'm flying. I like to fly, because then I've got to do the cover art, then I've got to do the upload, then I've got to do any promo and blah, 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 and all of that. So I'm very much like, gotta do it. I've got about 8 videos in the last 2 days where I've said, watch later from YouTube. Because even late at night, I'm like, right, late at night, everyone's asleep, earphones in, I'll watch the video. Instead, I end up researching new video ideas, solutions for clients, solutions for me, strategies, brainstorming, looking at other websites, catching up on stuff, notifications, and learning anything new becomes quite difficult for me, which is why I'm probably never ever going to do a full-blown CSS course or a JavaScript course, because I will just get blown away. Hey Soren, how are you doing? Great to have you back. And by the way, Soren, if you are busy, I mean, I was even considering last night, do I need to hire a video editor? But then I start to work out, well, with the amount of videos I produce, if I then get someone to edit them for me and do some fancy like text wording here and there, the costs are just going to spiral to the point where I'm actually losing money. I will now be paying out my back pocket. Because anyone out there that thinks you make a lot of money on YouTube, that is not true, okay? If you take some other influencers where when they put out a video within the first hour or the first 2 hours, they've got 5,000 views, 10,000 views, that is how you generate a lot of income to offset the amount of time you put into it. Happy Easter to you too, Mia. We got a street party happening, kicking off very, very soon. I'll be joining that party later on after the live chat. We've got street party happening with kids and Easter egg hunts and loads of stuff like that. Yeah, and that's the thing, Maticek. But even then, Maticek, what's quite interesting, and by the way, let me just check some of the questions that have come in. Yeah, absolutely. I just read what Andrew says. 100 YouTube tabs is sleeping in 3 browser windows. Even though we are now at 20,000 subscribes, yay! We hit that on Wednesday. Was it Tuesday or was it Wednesday? I think it was Tuesday. No, it was Wednesday. Whatever. One of the days we hit 20,000. We still seem to be like lagging in terms of people viewing our videos. So we still, I say we, but me, very rarely do any of our videos hit 1,000 views within 24 hours. Very rarely. Maybe one every week. No, not week. Every 2 weeks. If we're lucky. And sometimes it's longer than that. Whereas a lot of other influencers, like, thank you very much, Matchcheck. Other influencers, and I remember one person, they had like 15,000 views. It's someone I don't like, by the way, and they don't like me. And I've blocked them, and I think they've blocked me as well. Even when they only had 15,000, when they put out a video, they were getting like 4,000 or 5,000 views within the first hour. Hey, Michael, how are you? So we're still lagging at that point. Until we get like that big push, because the way the algorithm works in YouTube is that if you get a lot of views in the first couple of hours or the first 12 hours, then YouTube show it on YouTube more for other people to come and watch it as well. If there's more likes, more comments, you're also commenting as well. Again, it pushes it up. And that's when you will start to generate an income to offset a lot of stuff. Because if you worked out, and we've gone over this many, many times, and if anyone here, does anyone else here produce videos? Is anyone else here like producing videos for their YouTube channel? When you start to factor in research time, recording time, editing time, uploading time, answering comments and questions on your YouTube video, when you work it out, the income you would need to balance that off is like shocking. But I think we're on a journey right now. I know there are some other people out there who have had a YouTube channel longer than me or around the same time, and they're struggling to hit 1,000 views, 1,000 subscribes. And my advice to them and to anyone else out there that's thinking of starting a YouTube video quite simply is, you're not regular enough, or when you are regular, you don't really have like what I would call a strategy or a plan. So you might do a video on X and then you do a video on Y. Where's the connection between X to Y to Z? You know? So why would I want to subscribe? Because you've done a video one day about this, and then you've done a video about walking outside. What's that got to do with WordPress? So you got to try and connect things together. Now, the thing is though, Matichek, what I'm going to say is I have seen a lot of people out there that have put out loads of shorts and they get loads of views. Like some people get 1,000 views in their first hour. However, their subscribers has not gone up. So I don't think at the moment shorts is the full way yet. The only way when shorts are really gonna do the only way when shorts work... Okay, look, let's be brutally honest here, and I don't mean to offend, but if you have a brand new YouTube channel, or an Instagram, or a TikTok, and you do shorts as well, like the YouTube shorts, not just wearing shorts, you will get loads of subscribers if you are female, you're controversial, you do something extraordinary, and that's it. That's the brutal truth, okay? That is the brutal truth. Female, controversial. You don't have to be all of these. You can be one of these, right? So you could be a female. You could be... and by the way, even when I say female, how you behave also matters. And that's the brutal truth. Look, you know I'm making sense here. This is normal advertisement commercialization. You know I'm making sense here. Females that look or behave in a certain way, controversial topics, or you do something extraordinary, then all of your... Yeah, exactly, Andrew. Then, and I do find it really poor and shocking how some people, not just females, but some people have to resort to that to get the subscribes and views. And then that becomes their brand. And then you're forever stuck in that brand. And all I'm thinking is you know, like, is that the only talent you got, right? But that is what works. And when you do YouTube and TikTok and shorts like that, your subscribes go like this, right? They go like that. Then you go set up an OnlyFans account, and then you're like that. And you are now living off lucrative income. When you're a bloke, like me, and all I do is talk about WordPress and Elementor and SEO, you're a little bit limited. You are very, very limited. And the only way you're going to grow is by putting out videos and content that is relevant and relatable to help people out, which is why I went and revisited the Flexbox container video. Can you see the strategy now? You start looking at what is happening. When Elementor do a good update, why do I put out a video telling you? Because you want to get out there. You want to be the first one to tell people. Elementor AI, I got my video out Tuesday morning. No, Monday night. Was it Tuesday morning? I think it was Monday night. Might have been Tuesday morning. I get the video out quick. You gotta be quick. And my family understand that. Sometimes I say to them, we're literally watching TV together. Something happens in WordPress with a plugin or Elementor, and I'm like, oh, there's a new beta release. I'm really sorry. I've got to go over, test it out, and I might do a video. And that literally is the juggling act with clients, website work, and when you are now influencing on YouTube. Because I've seen some people, they put out a video 4 or 5 days after something has happened or been released. And it's a bit like you missed the wave. The wave has happened. My video's out. Ferdy's video's out. Paul's video's out. We're there. You're now... Why is anyone going to go and watch maybe your video unless your video title implies that you're going to do something extra? So Elementor AI, we had the first beta look of it on Monday. Maybe you've started thinking different. Maybe you've already strategized with how you would get more out of it. Difficult because we can't actually touch it yet or see it properly. But maybe you have found a different way to explore or explain it. And unless you have a different spin, no one's going to watch it. But if you were there at the point when it was being announced within the first 24 hours, that's how you get hit. And that's and it is mind-numbing sometimes. Because you have an idea, you want to do a video, and you're going, oh, how do I do this? What do I do? How do I make it inventive? How do I make people want to watch it? I mean, to be honest, Soren, someone did contact me and said they had a bit of code that would completely change everything. I told them to send me the code, but then they never sent me the code. So maybe I don't know if their code was broken or not. Bud Light Female, absolutely, Michael. Yoga Chicks with a wedgie from hell. That's kind of it, isn't it? So Soren, have I used ChatGPT to create an Elementor widget or plugin? No. I've used ChatGPT to help me write a code snippet or to help me write some CSS, but I have not used it for a widget or a plugin. I know a few people that have, and they've said it's really useful. I don't think I've got the patience to do that, because once you start to build something like that, then you got to keep on top of it. And sometimes I feel like it's a whole lot easier for me just to get a bit of code that does what I need it to do, and away we go with that. George, I mean, they kind of did use ChatGPT to help them a little bit, I think. I might be wrong. I'm pretty sure they did. But when they pop back on, you can ask them. Their plugin is mainly for the Bricks, Oxygen, or Breakdance community, whereby you can, in a very easier, efficient manner, sort out your CSS grid in terms of your columns, the desktop and the mobile. Oh, wow, Soren. So what is your... Are you going to tell us what your plugin is for? Maybe, or maybe not yet. You don't have to, by the way, okay? No one, no one cares, Soren. We don't care. No, we do care. Are you going to share with us maybe what it is about? Please don't forget to hit like if you've not hit like. As a reminder, okay, the price for our super course does go up on after Monday, all right? So if you don't get in on it, you're going to miss out. Well, you're not going to miss out. The cost just goes up. And the coupon stops working as well. And don't forget about our webinar on how to get high ticket clients and boost your potential on LinkedIn. Michael, there's a lot of crap reaction. Oh, do you know what? I'm really fed up of the whole reaction video strategy. Like, there are some people who have done so amazingly well out of it. And I hate to be really, I hate to be peculiar here, but I sort of look at them and go, like, you've literally become really rich on the back of a bit of a fad. You've literally just gone, or where, you go, like that, or they've done something. And I sort of feel like that wasn't real skill. I mean, in a way, you could say it was skillful because they found a niche. They found a unicorn or a nugget way of doing something, but it gets really boring. And they do copy a lot, don't they? What for me is worrying, though, is the amount of youngsters that are now resorting to YouTube or TikTok or Instagram to become popular, to become influencers, to get rich, or they have dreams of all of these things. So what they then do is they kind of go, yeah, studying and all of that, not too bothered. And I just sort of go, wow, worrying times, I think, for the future. And you're right, Andrew, reaction to reaction videos became a thing, didn't it? And that just some of the stuff that people do, okay, I get really angry about. I really, really, really get angry about. Yes, Mia. Yes, did you not know about this? You are coming to this, aren't you, Mia? I mean, if you can't come to it, don't worry. But it's next Tuesday, Tuesday the 11th of April. How to get clients on LinkedIn. Webinar, free webinar. There's no sales, by the way, there is no LinkedIn sales funnel. I'm not going to say at the end of it, hey, if you want to know more about LinkedIn, sign up for and book an appointment with me. Sign up for a course and buy this and all that. No, we are going to cut to the chase. Get to the facts. What do you need to know? Hardcore. Hit it. Right? None of this like, okay, do this. But if you really want to know more about how to do better on LinkedIn and how to get clients, book me for an appointment. None of that, okay? None of that. So Soren is looking at a call to action widget. Okay, Soren, interesting. I look forward to seeing what you do on that. Hey, Andrew, how are you doing? And how are you feeling, Andrew? You know, after that potential client thing, how are you feeling? Hey, Tubimoto, how are you doing? But yeah, I just think that, you know, it is a bit worrying with, you know, where the world's going to be. And a lot of people feel like we can just join the influence audience and we're going to get rich. And then some of them fail, or they become quite depressed because they're not doing very well. Then people start to become desperate. Please follow me. Please subscribe. Then people resort and go, oh, now I'm going to have to do what I've just said you need to do, like be scantily dressed, be controversial, do something really silly. But what winds me up a lot, is there are videos out there where someone is walking and then someone just jumps out at them, or they start dancing around them, or they're on an escalator and they touch them, or they stroke their arm. And I sort of go, how dare you do that? How dare you? You don't know if that person is autistic, has ADHD, are you triggering them? You don't know what kind of day they've got. Maybe their pet dog or cat died. Maybe one of their relatives has passed away. Maybe they're recovering from an illness. Maybe they've lost their job. Maybe they've had a really bad day in their job. Like, everyone has mocked them. Everyone has treated that person like absolute utter shit. But you thought it was okay to have a camera positioned, and as they walked by, you decided to, like, you know, push them, nudge into them, stroke them. How dare you do that for a like, for a laugh? And then you kind of go, oh yeah, don't worry, yeah, we're really sorry. It was only for a laugh. It's only for a laugh. Chill out, everyone. What's your problem? I get very irritated when people do that, because I just feel like, how dare you do that? You know nothing about them. Do it to your own friends and family, right? Go and do it to your own mum and dad if you want. I'm sure they'll have something to say to you about it, but do not trouble people. Just stop doing it. You know, because it's only going to get worse. It's only going to get worse, isn't it? When someone does something, everyone else wants to imitate. And then someone goes a step further and they want to imitate that. And they go further and further. And it's like, why? Why do you get glory and satisfaction out of other people, making other people be miserable? Why? Why'd you do that? Hey, look, Andrew, you know what? Yeah, it is a bit gutting. It could have been a high-ticket client. But you know what? You saved yourself the hassle of them paying you. Now you're obligated. They have an expectation, and you are now trying to sort something out that is just like a minefield. So think of it like, I would say, Andrew, is it really worth it? I mean, you could look into it and then have no further clients to do with it. What was the point? And I would say focus on your current business model, your current clients, your current strategy, and you work on that, batter that, okay? Well, I don't. It's just absolutely weird, Andrew, right? Like, why people feel like it's okay to do all this, you know? Hey, John Cyanides, how you doing? Yeah, Tubimoto, it might backfire at home, and that's why they love to do it to strangers, don't they? And often I feel like they pick, Like, they try and make sure they go after, like, I mean, the one I really don't like at the moment is, and this happens in London, right? You have 4 or 5 teenagers, you know, or younger men, and they'll have balaclavas on, dressed all in black, balaclavas, the works, and they'll rush up to someone, give me your phone, give me your bag, give me this, give me that. And they literally surround them, and they do it late at night. And then they go, ha, we're only joking, ha, we're only joking, don't worry, yeah, we're here, hey everyone, look, smile at the camera, hey, yeah, do a thumbs up, yeah. And you can literally see that the person they've done it to, it could be a female, it could be a boy, it could be an old man, it could be loads of people. They normally target one person. You can literally see them looking at the camera and going, yeah, good. Because you know what? They don't want to get aggressive because even when they now know it's an act, those 4 or 5 people around them are still wearing balaclavas. They are still wearing their puffed out padded jackets. They're dressed all in black. It's late at night. Okay? They still had that aggressive tone. Yeah, don't worry, it's all right. And I literally feel like, wow, that person is now going to go home probably fearing for their life. Their heart rate is probably pounding. You don't know if they had a heart attack. You don't know what health condition they got. And I get really angry about that. Why do people do this? You probably know what kind of videos I'm talking about. But anyway, we've gone on a tangent here, haven't we? We've gone on a tangent about people who treat others like scum. I mean, Andrew, it's really awful, right? Yeah, this is why I do often say that, look, if you want to do it, go for it, if you're good and honest and transparent. But whenever I speak to a client, a potential client, I say to them, look, if you decide you're going to work with someone else, go for it. You don't have to work with me. But do not let your developer purchase your domain or your hosting. Sort it out yourself. Protect yourself. Number 2, make sure that they build your website without using too much coding, right? Make sure it's done in WordPress and built in a way whereby you don't have to be a coding expert. Because if you and them break relationship, you own your domain and hosting, right? You can access it, okay? You have admin access to your website if you really need it. But if you need to go and work with someone else, you can. If you allow someone to make the website very, very, very bespoke with loads of code, you may struggle to find someone who's prepared to pick that up. Or you will find someone who will pick it up, but they're going to want a load of money, right? Just because you've paid another designer $10,000 for a website, and now you need to go elsewhere, don't assume that this other developer or designer will do it for $1,000, because they're probably going to have to interrogate and inspect and reverse engineer what was done here. So just because you paid them $10,000, don't assume that you can say, oh, look, I paid $10,000. Oh, I'm so upset. Please fix for me. The other person will probably charge you the same amount, the same time and effort, maybe even more. You've gone and shoehorned yourself into a problem now. So think very hard about it, okay? Exactly, it becomes a trap. It does become a trap. And I say this to clients, you know, you don't have to work with me. I am really honest. Look, you don't have to work with me. You don't even have to tell me you're not going to work with me. I'm not going to chase you. Here's your rough proposal. Here's your rough quote, okay? You don't have to work with me, all right? I'm not going to chase you. But if you do work with anyone else, please, please, please make sure you take on my advice. Domain hosting, not too overly coded. Be careful of what they're using so that if ever the relationship breaks down, you can go elsewhere. And make that clear to the new designer. Make them understand that the website's got to be built. What you don't want is for them to go, well, there's 10 million people in the world that can work on a WordPress website. But I'm going to use the kind of tech and knowledge where I know there's only 5 people in the world that can do that. I'm one of them. Well, what happens when you don't want to work with them? Now you're down to 4. Well, 2 of them are now dead. Now you're down to 2. And well, they're kind of maxed out and busy and they ain't got time for you. You got to think really hard and carefully about that. And 99% of the time, my clients do come back to me. You know what they say to me? You were the only one out of all the people we approached who wasn't chasing us. You weren't telling us that we got to use you. And you gave us advice about what to do if we work with anyone else. None of the others did that. Because they chase. Hey, have you looked at the quote? You know, the price I've given you runs out next week. Look, I've got an opening today. I've got an opening. You got to work with me. You know, they don't want to give you anything that makes you free to go elsewhere. If I go into a shop, if there's 2 shops, right, and I go into 2 shops, they're both furniture shops, and one of the shops just lets me browse and whatever, lets me get on with it, I'm probably going to shop there. If I go to another shop, and it's next door, and they're on my face, hey, what do you want? You after a bed? Yeah, go over it. Look, we've got a great deal on it. And I'm like, I'm just looking around. Okay, no problem. But did you know, if you get it today, free delivery today. You got to get, oh my God, look, half an hour. Got half an hour left. If you get it in the next half hour, you get it delivered today. And guess what? We'll even replace the mattress. This mattress on this bed has had 1,000 people sit on it, fart on it, rub their backside on it. Guess what? We will give you a new mattress if you get it in the next half hour. Get out of my face. Get out of my face. Because I might find the exact same bed next door. And it might even be a little bit more in price, but I ain't going to give you my money because you were in my face. That's how I feel. Literally, that is how I feel about all sales and stuff like that. If I go somewhere and you make me feel you respect me, my time, you don't try and treat me, or if I ask a question and you answer it, that's different. But don't come in my face and make out you know everything. Like I went into the Apple store back in January it was, and I asked them about, I think it was the end of January, and I asked them about the new Mac Mini 2 that was coming out, the Pro Max, and I asked them, and they were like, yeah, we can tell you anything you want about it, the Apple employee, and I was like, okay. So I asked them a question about transferring files from my MacBook Air to the Mac Mini to do some editing and back again. And they were like, and I said also in terms of the cores, and you could see they were like, and I went, okay, maybe I'll tell you. You could use your AirDrop to do that, or you could use Apple Cloud. And they were like, oh yeah, I think you can. I went, no, you can. And I literally, there was a Mac Mini there was a MacBook Air, and I said to them, look, watch this, boom, 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 and it had gone over to that machine. And I literally felt like, you don't tell me you're an expert if you can't even answer a basic question with sharing a file from a MacBook Air to a Mac Mini. It's the same bloody tech. You're on the same network as well. Wow, I've gone on a proper rant today, haven't I? Absolutely, Michael. No locking in. You're building up much better trust. I'm just reading some of what they've done here. Denny's kind of made a deal to pay off the day. No. Yeah, and that's what I mean, Soren. You know, they trap you into stuff, don't they? They trap you into things. And I love to be much more honest and transparent. I hope your customer gets through that issue, Soren. Very interesting to hear that. And that's why we love doing the live chats, everyone. If you're watching this on replay or live, this is why we do the live chats. We don't like to beat about the bush. We cut to the chase. Even though I'm now using cliched and catchphrases. I'm not going to go on here and say, hey, you got to use SiteGround and click my affiliate link. Hey, you got to use Canva. Go and click my affiliate link. Hey, you got to use Elementor. Go and click my affiliate link. No, I want to just get down to real hard truths about what have we learned and what have we all experienced. Because it's not just all about me. It's about what you go through as well. And it's very interesting to read about what Soren has said there about the client and the SEO. Am I banging my mic? Sorry, am I banging the microphone? Sorry. I'm really, really sorry. I'm going to just put the microphone away, Mia. I don't want to get you too excited if you hear me going. Sorry, sorry if that's now created a shock across your speaker system. I've always told my kids to always ask questions, and if they can't get the right answer, yeah, exactly. Or what I will do is ask the question. If you don't get an answer that you trust or believe in, re-ask the question. And I just found it a bit funny, right? Because then, like, this person in the Apple store was like, oh wait, let me call someone. And she must have called someone more senior. And this is what I really hate, okay? This other person, he was big. He was literally like The Rock. You know Dwayne Johnson? He was like The Rock. He was proper built out and big, like, yeah. He came over, waltzing over, like, yeah, I know my... he looked like he's been there 4 or 5 years. I know my stuff. I asked him the same question. He wasn't sure. So I was, and it was like, and that's when I showed them the airdrop, and you could literally see their faces going, oh, yeah. And then the big guy was like, oh, yeah, I forgot about that. How can you forget that you've got Apple Cloud or the airdrop facility to go from the MacBook Air to the Mac Mini? How could you forget that? How could you forget that, Mia? Hey, you can't forget that. But yeah, I mean, the greatest story I have for you, right, is PC World. When I went to get a desktop computer in 2000 and I think it was 2005. And the reason I say 2005 is when Final Fantasy XI came out. And it was online, Final Fantasy XI online. And my machine couldn't hack it, so I had to go and get a different desktop. Went into PC World. I'd done my research. I knew what machine I was going to get. It had more than enough graphics and processing capability. Shop guy comes over. Hey, you want to get this? Yep, we're going to get this. Okay, cool. Do you want to take out 3 years insurance? No, I don't want to take out insurance. Why don't you want to take out insurance? I don't need the insurance. Yeah, but what's going to happen when your computer breaks or you get a virus? No, I'm very careful. I work in analytics, whatever, in the NHS. I've got people I can rely upon. Yeah, but they won't know what to do. I go, I don't even think you know what to do, okay? You'll just pass me over to an IT department. I don't need the insurance. And he would not let go. I kid you not, 20 minutes were going, he would not sell me the computer. To the point where I had to go over to the management, make a complaint to them and say, I just want to buy the damn computer, right? I have the money, just get me the damn box, just get me the computer. I don't want to know about your insurance. And it was like, he just would not let it go. I mean, in the end, the management did go get it for me, but, because that's the other thing as well, right? When you're in a shop and they go, oh, yeah, buy the TV, don't worry, the insurance, yeah, they'll fix anything. I then say to the shopkeeper, so tell me what they won't fix. We have a policy document. I go, yeah, great. Tell me what they won't fix. You're telling me it's all covered. What is not covered? And then they go away and come back with a document. Oh, well, da-da-da-da-da-da. I go, okay, cool. So everything that is covered is already part of my home contents insurance. And you can see their face, well, blah, blah, blah. I go, look, everything is covered. My contents insurance is £10 a month. £10 a month. You want me to pay you £30 a month for 3 years. So it works out to about £360 a year, times by 3, over £1,000, for something that is already covered as part of my home and contents insurance. Do you get what I mean? Next time you go anywhere and they go, yeah, we give you insurance as well, say to them, great, tell me what is not covered in the insurance, like force majeure. If there's a flood or a volcano, most insurances do not cover you for major catastrophic floods, the ice age, a volcano, force majeure, right? An act of God or an act of war. A lot of stuff is not covered. You do know that, right? If you ever check your insurance, look for the word force majeure. Say to them what is not covered. In fact, what I do when I say to clients, right, if you take out a care plan or a maintenance package, this is what it covers. Okay? You back up, make sure it's happening. Okay? Make sure it's happening. Not that I can make it work again. Make sure the backups are happening. Updating your website, rolling back where possible, 3 minor revisions. Okay? Make that clear. What I say to them, though, is that if your email goes down, that's between you and your server. If your website goes corrupt or hacked, that's between you and your host provider. Okay? Make clear what they get. Because it's really easy to go, hey, you got to take out our maintenance care plan. We will protect you. And then when the website gets hacked, can you sort that out? When the emails stop sending, can you sort that out? So be very clear on what you can and can't do. Hey, Artif, how are you doing? Great to have you here, my friend. Absolutely. So whenever anyone asks me, oh, insurance is covered, my question back to them, and you can literally see them sweating. So what isn't covered? Oh, no. But what is not covered? So I know exactly what I'm getting. Since 2006, the biggest thing in the UK industry has been for car dealers to offer you, car dealers offering you gap insurance. I have never taken out gap insurance, all right? Never. You are just paying them to cover you for something that, let me tell you now, you probably won't ever use. And your car insurance will sort you out as well, okay? So don't fall for it. Andrew brought our kids laptops in Currys. First seller couldn't sort out payment. Second was a computing security student had some problem, but you said in-store payment. Oh dear. You might as well just get it online. But then again, when you're buying a computer, you feel a bit weird, don't you, about buying something online? I actually got my MacBook Air from online, and I tell you what, until it arrived, I was like this, oh my God, what if it gets lost? What if it gets lost? What if it gets damaged? What if it gets damaged? Absolutely, RT. Driving insurance is an absolute scam. You're absolutely right. You know, like, there is so much we pay for no good reason, right? For no good reason we pay for, right? And yeah, I hate it. You know, it's not like if you pay Microsoft to use their Office monthly, or you pay Apple, you know, monthly, or your phone or whatever, right? Okay. Whenever there's an update, you get the update. You got Elemental, you pay annually, you get the update. With car insurance, all right, think about this. With car insurance, if there's a brand new bit of tech, you're not going to get the tech, are you? You got to buy a whole new car. And that's what winds me up, though, about the way the insurance works. And that's why if you ever offer a care plan or a maintenance package to anyone in website world, be very clear about what you are offering and what it includes and what it does not include, okay? I love the way we can often do that. We take life lessons and then we bring it back towards what does that mean for me as a web design business or anything like that. Don't forget to jump on in on our webinar on how to get high ticket clients on LinkedIn. Please do that. Please do that. I tell you what, I'm feeling very fat today. I'm feeling very, very fat today. I had a pie and chips last night. And when you have a pie and chips and then you don't really do much activity afterwards, yeah, it goes and sits on your stomach. Ooh, I've just had an email from someone. Yeah, okay, cool. Right, okay, cool. Yeah, it's just one of our clients who I've been chasing since Monday because they haven't paid their annual hosting bill. I gave them a little bit of leeway because there seems to be a change at the top of their organization, but now they've confirmed, no, the same person who was doing it before is now still doing it. So great, we get the hosting fee. Hopefully, we will get their payment this either today or next week. So that's fine. That's okay with me. Yeah, Andrew, you're going to get some real kick-ass good tips on there, and I'm going to show you some strategies and things you can do. And everything I show you, right, is covered in that 1 hour. There is no add-on. There's none of this, oh, but you got to buy this if you want to know more about LinkedIn. There's none of that sales funnel bullshit, right? None of that. And when everything that you could probably do in 5 days, it is going to be compressed into 1 hour to the point, okay? And you can get on with everything I tell you during the webinar or afterwards. Now then, I have to go to the loo and have a wee break. I'm bursting for a wee. So I'm going to leave you with some music while I go for a wee. Just give me 2 minutes. Hey, I'm back. By the way, though, going forwards, I might do some more webinars, not every month, but maybe every quarter or every 2 months. If anyone has any ideas for any webinars they'd like to see us doing, you know, hopefully they are quite general in that it won't just satisfy you, but it would satisfy other people as well. Please do let me know about your ideas. I'm always open to ideas for videos, stuff like that. And the main reason we're doing the webinar is because I don't have a magic answer on how you're going to get clients or leads, but I know stuff you can be doing that can really help yourself out. And there's stuff that we started doing a while ago that, I mean, over 65%, it's nearly 70% actually when I work it out properly. Nearly 70% of our clients are contacting me via LinkedIn, right? Some of them have didn't even know we had a YouTube channel, but they've seen some of the stuff we've been putting out and they like our approach or our honesty or what we say. So you can really, really help yourself out to boost, to get stuff in. Insert name here. Insert name here. That's a very strange name. Is there a free plugin mega menu other than premium add-ons? Well, you need to go and get Elemental Pro, mate. Or you need to go and watch one of our videos. So my question to insert here is, are you using Elemental containers or Elemental sections? What are you using? Are you using containers or sections? What are you using? Right. So if you tell us what you're using, I can answer your question a little bit. So are you using Elemental containers or Elemental sections? Because there's a bit of code that you can use for Mega Menu that will probably do everything you need to do. But until you tell me that insert name here, I can't help you out. By the way, Tarakangas, how are things on your side of the world? Michael D. Q. Bodies by Drowning. What? What? Okay, right. So you're using sections, right? So insert name here. Go and watch that video, okay? Go and watch that video. You can do it with no code. However, you might struggle because I got a feeling you're not using Elementor Pro. And if you're not, have you got Elementor Pro? Have you got Elementor Pro? If you haven't got Elementor Pro, why not? Is the website for you or for a client? Is the website for you or for a client? And are you using Elementor Pro? Because you might find that even my solution, you might still need to use Pro for certain aspects of it, especially if you're doing a header template, other bits of it, right? Please hit like if you've not already hit like. We have been live for 1 hour and 5 minutes so far. We started about half an hour early. And I have to be honest, I feel quite lethargic. I'm trying to hide my yawn there, but I don't think I did a very good job of hiding that, did I? So I'm going to be, after the live chat, yes, it is, the sun is out outside as well, which is nice because we were worried it might rain today. Because there's a party going on for Easter, kids, Easter hunts and egg hunts and all that. I'm going to go and join in after I finish the live chat. And then I'm going to maybe later on in the evening, maybe carry on with final fine-tuning on a few videos and then edit and, well, upload them and etc. Hopefully the party stops at 4 p.m. I don't want the party to go on for too long because I want to crack on with some other stuff. And then tomorrow, I'm just going to sort out some of the slides or presentation material for the webinar and also have a look at some more code snippets so I can plan out future videos that I'm going to do on that. And then on Monday, it's going to be a very busy week. We've got client starts on Monday. We've got the webinar on Tuesday. The prices for the How to Start a Web Design Business Super Course goes up on after Monday. Yeah, things really pick up a gear next week, and I've got to somehow get my wife and son to disappear next Tuesday for an hour when I do the webinar, because I don't want any interruptions when I do the webinar. I want just pure hard focus when we do that. And it's going to be a fun hour, by the way. It's not just, do this. It's going to be fun, okay? It's going to be very much fun. It's going to be lighthearted. And you're going to come out of it going, I did not do that. I did not think of that. I need to do this a little bit more. Is that how easy it is? I've always wanted to explore this avenue. There's going to be tips and stuff you're going to come out with there. Andrew, we have sunshine here in Scotland? No way. I need to do some laying of sleep. So these sleepers, Andrew, are they quite light? These sleepers, I mean, are they like, obviously, you know, are they, how long are they? They're quite big and all of that. Yeah, thank you very much, Michael. There was music. Have I turned the music off? Yes, I have turned the music off. Excellent. Good. So, Andrew, now you're thinking of contacting the lady. Yeah, I mean, that is what I would do, Andrew, right? I would offer her those nuggets, tell her, right, what she's got to watch out for, even if she finds anyone else, you know. And sometimes you have to say to them that, look, if you had an extension built and you spent £20,000 on it, but it was condemned, the building inspector condemned it, no other builder's going to touch it, the roof is missing, it's leaking, it's falling apart. You can't say to someone, look, I'll give you $5,000 to fix it. It ain't going to happen. You now have to make a real gutsy move. You tear it down and start again, and you pay for it to be rebuilt, right? I mean, here's what you got to look at, Andrew, right? Here's my tip, right, for you. Wow, Oh, Andrew, I once worked with old railway sleepers too. They are heavy as heavy. They are flipping heavy. And the 2 meter ones, yes, they are heavy as shit. Cutting through them is an absolute pain. They are heavy and hard to cut. Now, Andrew, What you could say to her, though, is that you can build... Do you think, Andrew, you could redo her website from scratch at a reasonable cost as well? You got to make sure it's reasonable for you and worth your time. But could you do it at a reasonable cost? Could you rebuild it with a fresh WordPress or even, you know, whatever, right, installation, however you're going to do it? Do you think you could do that at a reasonable cost? Because that's what I've said to some clients. You know, one person, they'd spent over £20,000 on their website. It was atrocious, right? And I said to them, look, we can rebuild it. The cost will be $3,000 and we'll get it done in 4 days for you. And they were a bit shocked by that. And I said, I don't get what you paid $20,000 for. Oh, because it took them 6 months. I was like, your website has a lot of pages, but it's not WooCommerce. It's not even an appointment booking system. It's got a lot of pages, but that's it. A lot of content, a lot of pages. Why did it take 6 months? Oh, because we had to wait on them to get back to us and all of that. Hey, Maticek, let me just post it here for you. Let me just post that link there. Sorry, I just saw your comment. There you go, Maticek. Oh, no, wrong one. I just pasted the wrong link. Let me get you the right link. Right? So can you, Andrew, redo it? Okay. Brand new installation, or however you decide to approach it, for a reasonable cost. Thank you, Mia. Take care of myself. I will look after myself. I will look after myself. I do work hard. There is something about my DNA inside of me where I just don't feel like I can stop. From a young age, I've always been out there pushing myself, doing more and more and more. There's something about achievement. There's also something about I hate it if I know I let someone down. I hate it if I don't fulfill a promise or an obligation. I really hate it. I feel sick. I physically, mentally feel sick when I don't complete something I said I was going to do. Hey, Inderpreet, how are you doing? And how is work in your neck of the woods? How are things going? So, Andrew, you think you could do the website, my listing, they want to be directory for suppliers. Yeah, do you know what, Andrew, right? Do you know what? Okay, mate, I think they could. And you know what, Andrew, okay? I can't do it for you, but you know I'm here if you decide you have a question. I might not have the answer, but I might be able to steer you a little bit, okay, Andrew? You're a long-time friend, okay? All right? But, you know where I am, and, you could email me and go, well, what about this and what about that? And I could easily advise you, all right? No charge, Andrew. No charge, okay? Because I feel like you put up with enough, right? You got your wife who's always on your back. You got your kids who are making you go here and there and do everything for them. So... And I would say, Andrew, work out how long is it going to take? What's the reasonable cost you could offer? Okay. And just say to them, the way the website would be built now, if you and me fall apart, right, you will not struggle to find other people to work with you on your website. That's the lesson you've got to learn here. Okay, because if you go from one bootstrap to another bootstrap, how do you not know that they're not going to make it more convoluted and trap you again? And that's what you got to do. And if they're a 10-minute walk away, Andrew, get your shoes on, get your pants on, get your belt tightened, pull your flies up, and get out there, my friend. Get out there and go and talk to her. But make sure you're fully clothed, all right? Oh, right, Michael. I didn't know what you were talking about there when you were like bodies and all of that. But yeah, okay, I've not heard of that song before. Nice one, Inderpreet. And I hope that you are getting... Excellent. High ticket client. Well done. And I hope you are happy with the spec. And I hope you deliver. And I hope you have a great experience with them and them with you. And I hope it opens doors, Inderpreet, to other future work. And don't forget to offer an incentive. Hey, if you refer anyone to me and a website is built, I will pay you whatever is equivalent of $100 in the German. Is it euro? Do they use euros in Germany? Are they using euros? I think they're using euros, aren't they? I might be wrong. I might be wrong, you know. I might be wrong. Yes, thank you very much for confirming that, Andrew. I mean, the thing is though, Andrew, don't. Well, okay. Do you know what? Tell us. Put it down here. Let's tell the whole world. Okay. Let's put it down here, right? What do you think she's willing to pay? And what would you have charged, regardless of what she's willing to pay? Are you near enough? What is she willing to pay? And by the way, I don't care if it's £500, £1,000, £1,500, whatever. Okay? All right? We're not here to judge. No one's judging. But what do you think she was willing to pay? And what were you going to go? What was your offer price going to be, roughly? What was it going to be? Are you kind of in the same ballpark? Right? You know? And I get where she's coming from. She's got a website. She doesn't want to lose all the investment. But you got to suck it up. And you got to give her that analogy about the extension. Okay? It's not working. It's condemned. What do you do? Just leave it up there? Let it rot? Let it get infested? What do you do? What are you going to do? Use it as a nuclear fallout shelter if it ever happens? No. You would suck it up and get rid of it and go, forget it. Or you get rid of it and start again. Or you find someone, and you're going to have to pay a mint. Because the minute that someone tries to fix a broken extension, they become responsible for every fix and fudge and tweak they do. Do they really want that on their record? So you got to use emotive, real-life example and analogies that they're going to look at and go, yeah, you have got a point there. You have got a point. If you just talk about bootstrap, they're going to be, but I don't wear boots. I don't wear straps on my shoes. I have laces. I have nice shoes with laces. I don't wear boots. My boots don't have straps. These boots aren't made for walking, right? So you got to use real life analogies, and that is what has always served me super, super, super well. Right. I am going to end the live chat in 2 minutes, mainly because we've been live for 1 hour 17. We're coming up to 1 hour 20-ish. I'm feeling tired, and I'm going to have to go out and spend about 3 hours of my life participating in a Easter egg hunt challenge thingy-midgy thing. And I have to smile and join and go, hey, everybody, and do all of that, right? Yeah, okay. So I would say, right, Andrew, here's the strategy you go in with, Andrew, right? Here's your strategy, right? You go in at 2,900. You also offer SEO at 800, but that's desirable. If she wants to do that afterwards, that's desirable. 2,900, £800 extra for SEO, that's desirable, which pushes it up to 3,700, and you see how it goes from there. And you talk to her about the analogies, and you talk to her about how she'll be in good hands, and you talked about how you're going to future-proof and protect her. You take care, Tower Kangas. You take care too, Soren, as well. Yeah, ManyChat. We actually used that as well. We did use that in Dupree. I have to say, though, I got a bit fed up of ManyChat because it starts a massive sequence, and sometimes I think it's a little bit... people do get fed up of that. Okay, I'm now going to sign out. I'm going to say goodbye to all of you. Have a great Easter. Have a great weekend and a break with your friends, your family. Enjoy yourselves. Look after yourselves and stay safe, okay? And I love having you all here. And I hope to see you again on Monday. Goodbye.